Alright, this is Old Man Gamer, and I wanted to restart Astrox because playing on the 10 star system map was a little bit too small and too easy, so I'm going to restart the game here, and I'm going to choose a much bigger map. I'm going to try and jack things up. I'm going to jack it all the way up to the most systems you can have, which is 100. I'm going to make it a random layout. The warp gates, I'm going to set them for mixed, which means they can kind of connect to each other various places. They don't go in just one line. You know, in the original game, it went from 1 to 10, and in here, they can go from 1 to other places. So there could theoretically be a gate that goes from 1 to 99. Now there'll always be a linear set of gates. There'll always be a gate that goes from 1 to 2, from 2 to 3, from 3 to 4. But the other gates can warp to just about anywhere. Set the max number of stations to 3. I've turned the respawn of pirates on. I still haven't seen how often this pirates respawn. I have seen them respawn, but the rate hasn't been that great. I've left pretty much everything else just about the same because I didn't want to make it too easy or too hard. Trying to make it a little bit harder than the old one, but than the default settings, but not so hard it'll be an impossible. I've left some of the asteroid stuff pretty much the way that it was. Station prices the same. I don't want to make myself overly powerful. I just want it to be a little bit more challenging and a little bit more like Eve Light, which is what people sometimes call this. Went ahead and kept myself with the original starting ship of the Scout, and I've gone ahead and left I went ahead and looked to see what other victory editions you could have. Those seem too easy too, because it is really easy to make money in this game. So I just jacked it up, max number of systems, pirates respawning, mixed gates, just to see what it would be like. So let's go in here and have a look. Of course, we start off in the same ship, the same interceptor, and we're in System 1, and we have our usual basic miner and a basic laser. I'm sorry, we're not in an interceptor, we're in a Scout. You see something here, we have our normal two stations, our Astrox and Diot station. You're going to see something here very soon that's kind of interesting. Go here and dock at the station, get my first upgrades. Obviously, the first thing I was going to try and do, like in the last one, where I immediately upgrade to mining ships so that I can start mining some money. I'm sorry, not mining money, but mining for money before I start going after the pirates, because pirates is what it's all about. I love fighting pirates. I don't mind mining, but it's not very interesting to make videos of. So I'm going to go ahead and buy myself an interceptor, which has one additional module slot in the middle. Didn't really need this immediately, because you can kind of hold off on buying it until you have enough to fill those 3 module slots. Because even at the beginning, after upgrading, I don't have enough to have 3 miners running. So I'll go ahead and upgrade so that I can have 2 miners and some energy, which, as you're going to see here in a minute, was not that great of an idea. Because what I should have done, see, I didn't save myself enough room for a cargo expander, which is what I should have been. If you're going to start a mining ship, the first thing you want to do is have some additional cargo room on there, which you're going to see in just a second. Because now I can mine, but because I'm just in the Scout, I've only got a very tiny cargo bay, so I can't hold that much ore. So I wound up making a few extra trips, and I've edited out a lot of the stuff, so you don't have to worry about sitting here watching me fly back and forth for hours in my slow little Scout. We'll go out here and start looking around for our first ore to pick up. You can see at the very beginning, for whatever reason, all of the asteroids are very far away from this first station, from Astrox station. So I had to make quite a long flight just to get to the nearest asteroids. You can see there, kind of in the distance, you can see that top gate. You can see a bunch of stuff flying around it, and I'll show that a little bit closer in a few minutes. But remember, we chose mixed gates, so here in this very first system we already have gates that are warping down into the deeper systems, all the way down to systems 44 and 45, I think. And the pirates that are at those gates are level 44, or are the pirates that you would find in System 44 and 45. So they got much bigger ships, much bigger than you can handle at the beginning, and there's a lot of them. So as you can see, like I said, my cargo bay was already full. So now I have to go back and make a couple of trips just in order to upgrade my cargo bay so that I can correct this stupid mistake I made. Probably would have been faster just to completely restart the game at this point, but I'm one of those people that doesn't like to restart things. As you can see, there's the pirates, whole bunches of them in big ships. Luckily, they only attack you if you're trying to warp through the gate, apparently, because they see I get pretty close to them and they pretty much ignore me. But there are some big ships there. It wouldn't take them very long to pop my little scout at all. Luckily, I don't have to worry about fighting them. So I'm going to go back here to this station and get me... Yeah, there's a list of the pirates. We have our normal resoners and stuff like that, but you can also see we have stingers, and we have barges, and we have something called a calibus and a carnivos. All very scary looking ships that have hundreds of hit points. So now I'm still trying to save up for my cargo bay because I was stupid. And I also made the stupid mistake of mining adamite on my first trip out. Of course, in your newbie systems, you have adamite and the other ore that starts with a G, Garon or Garion or whatever. It's worth a lot more than adamite. So when you're starting off, don't mine adamite until you need it for stuff. Until you need to refine it for stuff. Always go for the other ore. It takes a little bit longer, but the payoff is much bigger. Still don't have enough money to buy my cargo upgrades. I'm going to have to go out and make a couple of more trips. Let's see what that ore is called. Gradion. Gradion. You want to go for the Gradion. Of course, here I'm heading towards the Gradion. Luckily, there's a nice little Gradion asteroid right here next to the station, which will make it a little bit easier since I have to make a couple of trips to get my cargo bay upgraded. Went ahead and turned on auto dock with stations, which is always nice. And you always want to turn on auto refuel and auto repair. Auto refuel is a big one. You don't want to, get out and then find your way halfway across the solar system and run out of fuel. Going back to try and upgrade some more. I really like the graphics, and the graphics in this game are growing on me. I mean, they're not the greatest thing. They're not, Skyrim, Fallout 4 level graphics, but they are, very nice for the level, for the development team, the size of the development team this game had. I think they did a really good job. I think the game has a few balance issues that still need to be worked out, but it's nothing major. So here I went ahead and warped or skipped ahead a little bit so they don't have to watch me mine. So now I'm going to go ahead and buy my cargo expander, which should be one of your very first upgrades always. If you're going to do any sort of mining, buy the cargo expander. Now that makes my life a lot easier, because now instead of carrying 19 pieces of ore, I can carry 249. Still have slow miners at this point, but that'll be taken care of soon. Now that I can carry a lot more on each trip, I'll be able to upgrade to the Van Dust miners and then upgrade to a bigger ship here eventually. This first video is just my mining, getting myself set up here in the world. Again, we'll start going after some pirates here in the next video. Just want to make sure that you're aware when you first start off, you want to go for the mining to get yourself big enough to start taking on the pirates. And once you start taking on the pirates, it's not too hard. I mean, in the first 10 systems, I was able to blow through them pretty easily without having to worry about, oh my gosh, am I good enough? Am I going to be able to do this or whatever? Don't even come close. With just a little bit of mining and the loot from the pirates that you can kill, it's easy to stay ahead of the curve. Be interesting to see when we get up in this like the 30s and 40s and 60s and 70s, up into those systems, to see what things are going to be like. Go down here and do some more mining, fill up. I like that you can watch your money grow on that screen. We all like watching our money grow. That is just so scary over there, that big ball of pirates, but I know that eventually I'll have a ship that'll be able to just destroy them without a second thought. Heading back to the station. Look at all those pirates. And that's a good thing. I mean, look at all those pirates and the system's not lagged. I mean, you know, I'm used to playing on old computers because I am old man gamer. You know, I've had computers before that would been lagged out with that many ships. And if you are looking to upgrade your rig, I'm gonna tell you, go onto Amazon and look for this. There's a $150 card. I don't have the exact name of it with me at the moment, but it was a $150 NVIDIA video card, and I stuck it in my PC. And my PC is just something I got at Sam's Club. I mean, it was a pretty nice. It was on sale. I got this PC at Sam's Club. It's just your normal Dell desktop computer. Came with 8 gigs of RAM, you know, and a pretty decent processor. So I was able to run games like this, and I was able to run some other games like World of Warships, you know, okay, but I wasn't able to run them great. So I went searching for a new video card, and I was looking for one that didn't require you to upgrade your power supply. So then I got this NVIDIA one, which, let me see if I can find the name of it real quick. This is not a paid product environment. It's called a GeForce GTX 750 Ti. And I was able to pop it into my Dell computer without having to upgrade my power supply. And I can run games like, I can run Fallout 4 at Ultra. I can run World of Warships at Ultra. If you go and look at my one World of Warships video I have up now, you'll see how terrible it looks. And maybe I'll put up another one soon. You can see how great it looks with my new video card. For $150 for a video card, I mean, it's amazing. The best graphics I've had so far on any PC. It's enabled me to encode these videos without any problems. There's our galaxy map or a universe map showing you how everything's connected. You saw that everything, it's more like a web there now instead of just one line going from one station to the other. Finishing up my upgrades. You see I got my Van Dust miner. Upgrade to a second Van Dust miner here, I think. Soon we'll be, you know, getting our ship ready for combat to go out and start blasting our way. Like I said, we blow through the first few systems without any problems. Don't have anything. This is the problem I've had so far since my restart, is I haven't ran into any of the NPCs yet. In the old game I was running into NPCs and they were selling me recipes all the time so that I could start using the laboratory to make upgrades. Haven't run into any of those yet, which you'll see later on. We're getting pretty close to the end of this video, so like I said, I just want you to see the upgrades, what it looks like when you have a mixed map instead of a linear map, and talk about the video card, of course. And always remember to upgrade your stuff, your cargo space, so that you'll be able to carry all that asteroid fat loot back to the base. So go ahead and get everything all combat ready. Make sure we're ready to go, and then we'll be blasting off here in a minute to go find some pirates. This is Old Man Gamer, of course. Please subscribe to my channel. If you don't want to subscribe to the channel, at least pop a like on this video. The likes help me do better in the search engines when people are looking for Astrox videos. So I'm going to undock here in a second, and we're going to be heading off into space to fight some pirates, and that'll be in my next video, Astrox Restart Part 2. See you soon.